Okay, on this video, we're going to review what we've talked about in the writing process so far, and then we're going to talk a little bit about rough drafts. This shouldn't take very long. I'm just going to go over a few points with you to kind of help you get ready to write a rough draft. So we're going to go to our PowerPoint. Okay, we're going to talk first of all about the 5 steps in the writing process. There's planning or pre-writing, drafting, revising, and then publishing only after we finish doing the editing. It's really important that you don't skip this process. On planning, we have the TEKS here. You can read that. You can pause this video if you want to read it. We've been over it before, but this is our student expectation. When you're planning or pre-writing, you're going to think about it, you're going to brainstorm, you're going to organize your ideas. Now, you should have already done this. You have all your ideas ready. You should have them in a line, ready to go. Then you're ready to do a rough draft. Now, on a rough draft, the important thing to remember is that it's going to be just that. It's a rough draft. It's not going to be your final product. You're going to have to work on it. You're going to improve it. You're going to change it. You may change the order around. You may mark out sentences. You may add sentences. All these things you're going to do. So the main thing to do is sit down and start writing. And that's the most important thing is just begin writing. You can start with uh, even a cliche starting like once upon a time or on a dark and stormy night or this is what happened to me when I was a kid or something like that. Anything, don't worry about the introduction because we're going to work on introductions a little bit later, how to do, how to do a grabber and get their attention. But we're not going to worry about that. Right now we're just going to start writing the rough draft as quickly as possible. Don't try to be perfect. There is no way to really write a perfect draft the first time. And almost none of the writers that are popular and famous today uh, that start out with just writing their original story the first time. Almost all of them write a rough draft and they're usually not that good and they make them better by improving them and working on them. So if you make a mistake, just keep on writing. Don't stop and erase the mistakes because if you spend too much time erasing the mistakes, sometimes you will forget some of your good ideas, and it interrupts your flow. So you want to keep going with the flow. Just keep writing. Just write as fast as you can with as much information, and just try to write it down. And then we're going to go back later, and we're going to revise it. It's always easier to make something that's longer shorter and than it is to make something shorter longer. Now these are just some tips. You uh, can try several different ways, but almost always when you come up to me and you show me your rough draft, I am going to show you ways to improve it. It's not that your rough draft is bad, it's just that I'm going to tell you ways to improve it. And you can always, 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 always improve what you've written. It can always be made better. Sometimes if you spend too much time thinking about it, though your first draft won't be good enough to even begin to start with. So the main thing is try to relax. When you're writing the rough draft, just write.